When we start our practice, just sitting on the ground in a comfortable seated position. Roll the shoulders back and roll them forwards. And rest your hands over your thighs. You can have your palms facing down for grounding, facing up for receiving. And let your sense of hearing go around with all sounds that you might be able to hear. The birds are particularly beautiful these mornings. Now shut those outside noses and bring your attention inside. See if you can hear your breath. And start using your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath happens when the back of your throat closes a little bit and you make the sound of the sea. Inhaling and exhaling. Let that little murmur happen. And check that your chin is not too high, your chin is just parallel to the floor. Put an intention for your practice today. The intention for your practice can be something you would like to achieve, some personal goal. You can also offer your practice for somebody that you care for. And see if you can, without opening your eyes, roll over your ankles and come into a child's pose. Having your toes together and your knees apart. And stretch your arms in front of you, fingertips on the floor, opening your armpits. Just stretch forwards and then let your forehead rest on the floor. Your hands are like two spiders, feeling the whole of your arms extending. Inhale, lift your head and walk both hands towards your left hand side and let your right side open up and stretch. Inhale, lift your head and go to the other side. And let the left side of your ribs open up. Breathe into the left side of the body. Continue using your Ujjayi breath. And bring your hands back to center, tuck your toes under and come up into your downward facing dog. Walk your dog, releasing your heels towards the floor. Sway your hips side to side. Breathe deeply. Inhale, look towards your hands and tuck your tailbone under, coming into plank. And be firmly in plank. Then chin to chest. Push back into down dog. Lift your heels and lower towards the floor. Lift and lower. Articulating your toes. And now bend your knees. Let your belly go towards your thighs. And come back into your downward facing dog, just releasing everything down. Not your head, back to your head. And come back into plank. Bring your knees onto the floor. And let your chest come down towards the floor. Your elbows are up. Release your belly onto the ground. So Caroline, you do this one as shoulder bridge. Bring your hands outside your mat. And start lifting your head. Articulating the whole of your back. And maybe as you do it, see if you can go side to side. So lift and go to one side and to the other side. That's it. Pretending to be these alien invaders. Good. Excellent. And walk your hands back towards your knees. Come into a child's pose with your knees together. And release the whole of your back. Your arms are relaxed by the sides of your body. Bring your fingertips on the floor. And rise up. Open your knees. Bring your hands between your legs. We're going to do the lion's breath. So the lion's breath happens when you stick your tongue out, roar like a lion, and bring your sight to your third eye. It's very attractive. So when we say 3, we're going to do it 3 times. So I come a little bit closer so that you get really scared. Inhale deeply. Okay, here we go. I want to see those tongues sticking out and long. 1, 2, 3. Come on. No shy tongues. 1 more. Very good. And we're going to use this breath as we practice. So bring yourselves back into a downward facing dog and walk your feet towards your hands. Keep your feet hip distance and roll up into standing. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Good. Inhale, arms up. Baby back bend. Exhale, fall forwards. Have your block nearby. Inhale, hands onto your shins and flatten your back. Exhale, hands either side of your feet. Bring your right foot back and your left foot back. Bring your knees onto the floor and have your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to do the cat-cow. Inhale as you arch your back, chin to chest. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, arch the back, push the floor onto underneath your hands. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, bring your left leg up and bring your knee towards your chest for 1 and 2 and 3, and bring the left foot to the outside of your left hand. Grab your block. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it. It's just to give you a little bit more lift. You can still do it with your fingertips on the floor if you don't have it. If you don't have a block or a book, Sarah, don't worry about having a cushion because a cushion is very wobbly. So just do it with your fingertips on the floor. It's only to open up a little bit more. So as you inhale, bring the arm up and open to the diagonal and then reach. So if you have a big clock face in here, you're going from 12 is in here, so you're going from 2 to 10. And going to 2 to 10. And from 2 to 10. And release your hands onto the floor. Let go of the block. Your hands are inside your feet and just rock backwards and forwards. And let your hips just take whichever movement you might need. Tuck your back toes under and extend the leg, pushing the back heel out. Place your hands flat onto the floor and bring the leg back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, come into plank. Bring your knees onto the floor and release the tops of your legs, your belly, and your chest towards the floor. Relax your toes. Inhale, come into cobra. Exhale, come back into all fours. Lovely. 3 lion breaths with cat cow. So we have the whole zoo in here. Cat, cow, and lion. Inhale as you arch your back. Exhale. Inhale, arch your back for cow stretch, cat stretch. Exhale, cow and lion's breath. Remember to have your eyes towards your eyebrow, your hair. Inhale and exhale. And release. Bring the right leg back and knee to chest and extend. Knee to chest and extend. One more. Extend and bring the foot to the outside of your right hand. Lovely. Grab your block if you have it. If you don't have it, just have your fingertips on the floor. You can always use a little stool or a dictionary. And bring your arms up. So again, if you have a clock here, it's only if you're waving a little bit. We are not bringing the arm all the way down. We're just going from 10 to 2. Or from 2 to 10. So on the diagonal. Breathing as we move. Good. And release. Let go of the block. Lift your back knee, your hands are between your legs, and bring the leg back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Walk your dog, letting your hips release side to side. Come into plank, knees onto the floor, and come forwards, bringing your thighs, belly, chest onto the floor. And push yourselves into cobra. Breathe. Exhale. Down dog. Inhale, look towards your hands and walk step by step towards your hands. Bring your hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, fall forwards. Inhale, push your feet onto the floor and come all the way up. And exhale, release. Good. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Open your chest and stretch your shoulders. Breathe. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fall forwards, bellies in. Inhale, hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, release your hands onto the floor and step or jump back into plank. Bring your right knee onto the floor and push your left heel away from you. Now come back into all fours and bring the left leg back up. Bring the right arm up. And come 45 degrees and back to center. So you're moving the hand just to the diagonal a little bit. Then bend your left knee, hold your left foot with your right hand and push up. Keeping the balance. And bring it back to center. Shake. And the other leg, right leg back. And push your heel away. Stretching your calf muscle. And bring opposite arm and leg up. 45 degrees, back to center. 45 degrees, back to center. One more. And bend, reach, and stretch. Breathe. Lovely. And release. Tuck your toes under. Come up into your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, letting your belly rest towards your thighs. And shake a little bit. Just loosening up your hips. Now look towards your hands and step or jump towards your hands. Flat back. Exhale, fall forwards. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Release. Lovely. Shake your arms, shake your legs. And we're going to go into Surya Namaskara B. So remember, if your wrists are sensitive, you can always come onto your forearms. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms back and up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Breathe. Lower your hips. And keep lowering your hips. Keep your arms by the sides of your head. Lift your toes. This is fierce pose. Your belly's in and you're balancing your weight mainly to the back of your heels. Exhale, fold forwards, extending the legs. Inhale, flatten your back. Have your block nearby. Exhale, bend your knees and bring your right leg back into a low lunge. Open your chest, lower your hip. And keep your legs really strong as you push up into a high lunge. Push your back heel away. Lovely. High lunge. If you need to balance, to hold onto something, you can do that. Open your chest and expand. Please don't go too low. You need to stay on the point of effort, not on the point of stretch. And as you exhale, release the back heel, and we're coming into a warrior two. So we are in warrior two, left leg is forwards, right leg is back. Breathe deeply. That's it. Melody, bring your knee to be aligned with the outer edge of the front foot. Yes, that's it. Breathe. Keep looking at your middle finger on your left hand. And bend the front elbow. Bring the forearm onto the thigh and open up the side body. And we're going to do the same as we did before. We're going just from 10 to 2. With the arm from 10 to 2. And now look towards your knee and release the top arm behind your waist. Feeling the stretch on the right side of your neck and your pec and your shoulder. Keep the stability. And now look towards your right shoulder. See if you can open a little bit more. Lovely. And bring your block nearby. Extend the front leg. If you don't have the block, just hold onto your shin and come into triangle. Breathe So the left leg is forwards, the left hand is on the shin or onto the block, and both legs are straight. Breathe deeply and expand. Both knees are straight. That's it, good. And can you reach a little bit more and align your top arm with the bottom arm? Now push your feet onto the floor, come all the way up into standing. Relax the arms and turn the feet inwards. Move the block to the other side. Interlace your fingers behind your back, open your chest. And turn the front foot. This time it's going to be your right foot out, left foot in. Arms parallel to the floor, bend the front knee and look towards your middle finger. Breathe deeply. So when we are in warrior two or in any warrior postures, we keep our belly engaged. The inner thighs are going towards each other and we are really strong. Lisa, check your back hand. Shouldn't be too low, it should be at the same level as the front hand. Good, one more breath in here. And bend front arm, right arm, and bring the hand just by the side of your ear. And we're going to go and move the arms just from 10 to 2. As if you were waving. That's it. Good. Now look towards your right knee and let the left hand come behind you. And feel the stretch all on the left side of your neck and your pecs. And now see if you can open up, looking towards your left. Open up your chest a little bit more. Great. Bring the block nearby if you are using that, or use your shin. Both knees are straight. And bring the arm up, the left arm up, coming into your triangle pose. Breathe. Now your legs should be really strong. You shouldn't be leaning too much on the leg or on the block. One more breath in here. And come all the way up, pushing your feet away from each other. Turn your heels towards each other and your feet out. And bring your hands onto your knees. Sway your weight side to side. So we are in our goddess pose. Yes, that's it. And bring opposite shoulder to knee. Just feeling that torsion of the back, slight torsion. So the hands, Connie, the hands are on the knees and the elbows are straight. I show you sideways. So we are, the elbows are not, you're not hunched over, you're keeping a bit of distance. That's it. And the knees stay bent. So we are not swaying too much. We're just swaying the upper body side to side. Yes, that's it. And inhale, goddess pose. That's it. Good. Don't go too low, Caroline. Elbows are at the same height as your shoulders. Expand the fingers. And we're going to do 3 lion's breaths from here. Inhale. Both knees are bent towards the outer edges of the feet. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And turn your feet fall forwards all the way towards the floor. You can hold onto the big toes. And let your crowns of the head release down. Breathe deeply. That's it. If your knees are too bent, then you can bring your feet a little bit closer to each other. Keep your knees straight as much as you can. And yes, that's right. If, like Caroline is doing, if you want to, you can hold onto a block or onto a chair so that you're not folding forwards that far. One more breath here. And walk your hands towards your front foot. Open the chest, lower the hip. Bring the hands either side of the foot. Bring the leg back into plank. Knees onto the floor, lower back into the floor. Shoulders back and down, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, bring your right leg up. Look towards your hands and bring the right foot between your hands. So now we're going to go all the way on the other side, but we're not going to do exactly the same. So the right foot is forwards, left leg comes 45 degrees, and the feet are not aligned. The left foot is not aligned with the right heel. We have the feet train tracking as we come into our warrior one. If this is not possible for you, because your hip is going too much to the side, you can lift the back heel, which has been warrior one. Otherwise, release the back heel. You can see that my legs are not in one line. They are stacked. Hip distance. That's it. So right foot forward, left foot back. And here we are on our warrior one. Inhale, arch back, anchor in the back foot. Exhale, bring the hands by the sides of the front foot. Bring the arms back. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands by the side, arms back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, and you can exhale with a ha if you want. Exhale, ha. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, and just stay there. Stay in your warrior one. If you can, join your hands, point your fingers towards the sky, and arch your upper back. Breathe deeply. Keep bending the front knee, and the back leg is nice and strong. One more breath. Inhale, extend the front leg. And keep the arms by the sides of the head as you come halfway. Breathe, feel the front of the leg, and then release your hands onto your shin. The feet have not moved. Your hips are still facing forwards. You can use the block if you wanted to give you a bit more stability. And if it's available to you, bring your hands either side of your front foot and let the upper body release towards the front knee. Inhale, lift your chest and walk your hands between your feet, rearranging your feet to be parallel to each other. Your hands stay underneath your shoulders. And bring your right hand between your legs, left arm up, twist. If you need to use the block, you can use the block here. And release, twist to the other side. And release. And keep walking towards the back of your mat. Your right foot comes to one edge of the mat and the left foot comes to the other edge. And come up into your warrior one. So make sure that your feet are not in one line. You have one foot to one edge of the mat and the other one to the other. Your hips are facing forwards. Your arms are up. Shoulders are relaxed. Inhale here. Exhale. Bring your chest forwards. Bringing your hands by the sides of your hips. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale. Arms by the side. Inhale. Exhale. Now if you wanted to, you can do ha as you exhale. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, exhale, ha. Letting go. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, stay there. Stretch your arms by the sides of your head. Looking up, keep bending the front knee. The back leg is nice and strong. Breathe deeply. And bring your head back to center. Straighten the front leg. And come halfway with the arms, keeping your abdomen engaged. Breathe and reach. And then release your hands onto your shin, or you can use a block, trying to keep your hips square. Let your lower body get a nice stretch as your upper body drapes over your legs, if available to you. Breathe. Inhale, lift your chest. Walk your hands between your legs. Bend your knees and turn around so you can see me. Bend your knees just a little bit. And hold onto your feet. And sway your upper body, or sway your hips side to side. Just bending your knees a little bit side to side. Then keeping the contact between your hands and your shins. See if you can straighten your hands and your forearms and shins. Straighten your knees. Aiming your tailbone towards the sky. And let go. Walk all the way forwards. Bring your hands onto the floor. Bring the left leg back. Knees onto the floor. And lower down into your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Have a rest. You can have your hands underneath your forehead. And just feel the effects of what we were doing. If you have come out of your Ujjayi breath, bring yourself back onto your Ujjayi. And inhale, walk your hands back towards your knees. Bring your knees together. Sit up. So if this is not available to you, and you can straighten the legs forwards. It's just a little twist. We are transitioning here. So opposite hand to knee. I have my left hand on my right knee. And bring the right arm back. Try to look towards your hand. And bring it back to center, change sides. And back to center. Bring your legs forwards. Good. And we're going to bring the right foot inside the left thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Letting the right knee go down towards the floor. Inhale, expand the chest, and exhale, see if you can come a little bit further. Walk your hands back towards you. Lift your chest, aim between your legs, and let your chest go between your legs. So the legs stay as they are. The right leg is resting on the inside of the left inner thigh, and the toes are pointing up towards the sky. And walk your hands back up. Inhale, bring your arms up, turn towards your right leg, and fold over your right leg. Walking your hands away from the leg. Letting your chest go towards your knee. So if you're pregnant, this is as far as you will go. The rest of us, walk your hands back towards you, bring your arms up, and turn behind you. And you might not be going very far. Maybe this is all that you can do, as far as you can go. But maybe you can start aiming at bringing your nose towards the floor behind you. Go really gently. Breathe deeply. Keep the left foot engaged. Don't let it flop. And inhale. Walk your hands back. Bring your arms up. Turn around. And bring the right leg forwards. Bring the left foot besides your right. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forwards. Hands either side of your right leg. Breathe and release. So at any point, if you need to support your knee, and if the knee is too high, so that you can have something to aim against, you can put a cushion or a block. Walk your hands by the side of the leg. Inhale, reach, and then release down. And walk your hands back. Bring your arms up. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands between your legs, letting your upper body release down. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Keep the right foot pointing towards the ceiling, the toes pointing upwards. And walk your hands back towards your groin. Inhale, arms up. Turn towards your bent knee. And exhale, fold over your bent knee. Breathe. You can use your block if you need to. Maybe to aim your head towards. Just whichever way will help you to have a little bit more ease. And walk your hands back. Inhale, arms up. So if this is your limit, this is where you stay, and you can fold over your knee again. If you can, reach behind you. And maybe you can use your block to start with. So the idea is that we are doing a very deep torsion. The right leg is still straight, and we're trying to bring the chest towards the floor. And we always have one side that is stiffer than the other. So don't force it, just breathe, be present with what there is. And inhale, bring your arms up, extend the left leg, reach and fold forwards. In here as well, if you wanted to just rest, you can have a block over your legs or a chair that you rest on top of. So let me show you with the chair. This, if you have a stiff back or you're pregnant, this is a very good way of letting your back release. So you will have a chair just in front of you. You bring your legs through, and then you just rest the forehead. If you wanted to, you can walk your hips back. And this way you're really letting your back relax, but you're not squashing your belly. So forehead can also rest onto the chair. 2 more breaths in here. And inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fingertips behind. Open your chest and look up. Point your toes. And coming back to center. Good. So chairs are fantastic tools to use in yoga. We can do a lot of things with chairs. So always, if you can, have one nearby. If you are doing self-practice, you can also use it. We're going to come into our inversion, which is going to be shoulder stand. If you do practice headstand, then you can go into a headstand. If you want to do a softer version of shoulder stand for today, if you have a block or a big book that you can use, you can have your block underneath your hips and your legs up. So this is a very nice way of giving your legs a rest, having the blood circulating the other way, but at the same time not over demanding from your abs and your body. And if you don't have a block, but you want to have your legs up, you can rest them against the wall, against a door, wherever. We're just going to have 5 minutes here. So I want you to be as comfortable as you can be. If you're doing the full shoulder stand, be aware that halfway through I will tell you to go into halasana. So if you wanted to, you can also hook your legs over a sofa if you prefer. Good, so wherever you are, just let your breath be the focus of your concentration. Breathe deeply. And let your mind surrender to what you're doing, to this practice of yoga. If you are in shoulder stand, you can bring yourselves into halasana, plow pose. If you're in the full shoulder stand. If you're in supported shoulder stand, you should stay with your legs up, resting on the block. You can change the position of the hands, maybe bring them overhead. If you're in halasana, if your feet are touching the floor, you can release your hands from behind your back. If they are not touching the floor, keep holding. And if you're in halasana, please come out of the posture, moving really slowly. If you're in supported shoulder stand, bend your knees and reach towards the floor 1 foot at a time. Wait a moment there. If you came out of halasana, just rest on the floor. And if you have still your block underneath you, lift your hips and take your block from underneath you. Bring your hands underneath your buttocks and lift into your fish, Mathyasana. Breathe deeply. Inhale, lift your head, look towards your feet. And release your hands from underneath your hips. Bring your knees onto your hands and make circles with your knees. And we're going to rock backwards and forwards, coming into a squat. So bring your hands underneath your knees, rock backwards and forwards. And come into a squat. Good. And this is going to be our balancing posture with which we're going to finish just before our Shavasana. So Shibon, if you can't go into a full squat, you can start from halfway. Same with anyone with issues on the knees. You can start halfway like if you were doing the chair. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to inhale and come up. Exhale and come down. Inhale, coming up. We're on the balls of the feet. Exhale, come down. You can come halfway if you wanted to. Inhale, coming up. Reach, exhale. Inhale up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, down. Hands to your heart center. And release down. And lie down for your final relaxation. If you feel any discomfort, maybe you can take a little twist or a stretch. Listen to what your body is asking you for, to be able to come into full relaxation of Shavasana, fully conscious corpse pose. And if you wanted to try just to tense everything, bring your arms and legs up, tense, 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 point your toes, tense your hands, head is up, and release. Feel the contrast between tension and relaxation. And feel your head resting on the floor. Relax the features on your face. Relax your jaw. Front of your neck and back of your neck. The whole of your scalp and your forehead. Shoulders are relaxed. Collarbones are relaxed. Your ribs are gently rising and falling with your breath. Feel your abdomen expanding and contracting. And your arms, elbows, forearms, wrists and hands are relaxed. Feel your thighs, knees, calf muscles and shins relaxed. Your ankles are relaxed. Your heels, soles of the feet, tops of the feet, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. And you let your sense of hearing go around with any sounds in your environment. And wherever you can hear, let it be part of your relaxation. Let it help you get deeper into your space of relaxation. Inhale, start wiggling your toes and your fingers. Roll your head side to side. Bringing your legs back to center, full body stretch and relax. Bring your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees. Rock side to side, releasing any tension on your lower back. Bring your hands underneath your knees and rock backwards and forwards. Massaging the whole of your back. Come up into sitting. Keep your eyes closed, back straight, neck long, shoulders relaxed. Thank your body and your mind for the practice you were able to do today. We're going to finish chanting Om 3 times, followed by Shanti, 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 Om, peace, peace, peace. Inhale to begin, inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together. Rub your palms. Make the movement a little faster, generating prana between your hands. And place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands to your chest and bow your heads. Namaste. Well done.
Thank you.